coming to you on this fourth Sunday of Easter, also known as Good Shepherd Sunday, because this fourth Sunday of Easter always reflects on the Gospel of John, where Jesus proclaims that he is the Good Shepherd. Speaking of shepherd, as you may know, I have two shepherd dogs. One is an Australian cattle dog, and the other one is a German shepherd. And I imagine that farmers use these dogs to shepherd, flocks of sheep. When one of my dogs was a puppy, I was playing with her and I would shuffle my feet. Little did I know that she's still has her instinct as a shepherd, and so she would nibble at my feet when I was shuffling, as I was walking, as if I was not in line. And so her instincts kicked in, and she was trying to nibble at my feet to get me to walk straight. Her instincts are still there. I imagine that these dogs were used to intimidate or bark at these flocks to keep them in line or together. That's the modern way of shepherding. But in the days of Jesus, him being a good shepherd is quite different. The shepherd is more personal, more intimate with the flock. Instead of pushing them or forcing them a certain way, the shepherd would lead them by his voice, by his commands, and they would follow him. And that shepherd would spend days and even nights taking care of his flock. And so that's the image that the Lord has for us in being the good shepherd. And he says that he knows us, and we should be familiar with his voice. Jesus also said something about being taken away, that no one can take my flock away from me, because there are things out there. There are thieves and robbers, as Jesus mentions, that can take us away from the flock. And so there are other voices in our lives that may lead us away from the pasturing of the Lord, that leads us to eternal life. And so may these days of Easter help us to be more clear about whose voice we're listening to in our prayer, in our readings at Mass, and that we should drown out other noises that may lead us away from God. And so may the Lord bless you on this Sunday as we hear the shepherd's voice that leads us to pasture, to eternal life. God bless you. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. God bless you.